Hello, and glad you're here. Today, we're going to talk about having 70,000. Did you know we have 70,000 thoughts per day? I mean, when I saw this, it was in on my news feed from a dear friend of mine, and I just looked at it and I was like, "What?" And I read through it and what she talked about it, and it's just amazing to me. I just never would have thought that. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And before I get started, as you're hopping on, let me know where you're coming in from. Let me know what you think about that 70,000 thoughts a day. And do you think we could like grab a few and change them or something like that? Who knows? It's just amazing to me that our minds are like, maybe not exactly like a computer, but it just amazes me that we have 70,000 thoughts per day in a 24-hour period. So before I go any further, let me introduce myself to you that I haven't had I'm all discombobulated. That 70,000 thoughts a day is a trip. But anyway, so I'm going to introduce myself to those of you that I haven't had the pleasure of meeting. My name is Cherie Woodard, and I help business builders and entrepreneurs, excuse me, dry throat, to use social media to get prospects, leads, and sales in their business. Let me drink a little water. But and so in doing that, I do that in several ways. I'm sorry. I use attraction marketing, I use lead generation, as well as live video. I think that all of those things together can really help you to grow in your business. And so that is why I do it that way. I also give updated and modern strategies and tips. And a lot of them, I get from leaders that I know and mentors that I know, as well as reading books. And actually, I listen to books. I use Audible. So that is, that's what I do. And let me tell you this now, before you get offline, I'm going to put in some information so that at the end of this, you can check out if hopefully you want to, and if you don't, that's fine. But to check out a boot camp that I started in way back in the day, and it just continues to help me when I think about certain things, because one of the first things I learned when I started in the organization that I'm in right now, or company, which is mentorship and I call it an educational company as well, but it's really a mentorship company. And but I learned so much from them. As I started out as a nurse, I was not a business builder, but I am now. So anyway, so let me go on and get started. And remember, let me know if you're, as you're hopping in, where you're coming in from and what you think about this topic, as well as let me know if you're here with me live or if you are catching this on the replay. Either way, I will answer your questions. You can just drop them in a box later. I know sometimes it's really busy and you're listening to something and you have to go back later and then, drop in information that you want to share or answer questions or whatever. So that's that. So I've got some notes down here, and I just I thought about 70,000 thoughts. What could I possibly do with all those thoughts? How can I capture them? How can I catch them? What can I do with them? And I thought, okay, well, I can't do 70,000 thoughts. I probably couldn't pull that many, or be aware of that many thoughts. But there are thoughts that I am aware of. And speaking of awareness, that is one of the first tips that I wanted to give you, because when you become aware that you have so many thoughts, And those thoughts, depending what they are, like back in the day, I was a negative person. I just, and I even, stood by that. I would say, well, I know this isn't going to happen for me, and so whatever. And doing that, I thought in saying that I was tricking, whatever, into, oh, so she's already given up, so we're gonna give it to her. That was my way of thinking way back in the day when I was a lot younger. Probably I was still a teenager or early 20s. And I actually thought that would work because I didn't know anything else. Um, and I don't know. I hate to say this like this, but I don't think that I have ever really been a person that could sit still long enough to sit and read. But I did make myself do it when I was changing myself and I wanted to be a more positive person. I sat down and I read um, the book by, oh gosh, is it going to go away from my brain? The, the Power of Positive Thinking by Neil, oh gosh, his name is going. It'll come to me before I get done. But reading The Power of Positive Thinking, and one of the other books I read at the time, as I was changing myself to be a better person, was Jonathan Livingston Seagull. And those books really helped me and impressed me and helped me to make changes in my life, as well as reading my Bible. And so when you think about trying to take captive 70,000 thoughts, I know that that's something at this point in my life that I cannot take control of all 70, but I can take control. And that's the second tip. I can take control of the ones I can catch. And anything that I can catch that is negative, I want to be rid of it. So I want to find a way to, put that out of my mind or not pay it any attention. And another thing, and I think one of my mentors mentioned this last night, that a lot of us are run by our subconscious. And that was something that I had to learn, and it wasn't very easy for me to learn because I thought, I'm doing this, and I know I'm gonna, be great at it, and whatever. But my subconscious has been pushing me back and saying, no, 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 you don't want to do that. And of course, you don't hear that, but what happened was I wasn't doing the actions that I needed to do. I wasn't taking action. I wasn't, I kept trying to plan and I do a plan and then I'd not follow it, you know. And things just started to change more so I could actually see, okay, if you're wanting to get here, then and you have a plan to get there, then you got to follow it, right? But what I was doing was I had a plan, but I wasn't following it. And then I wonder why, it seemed like my time was ebbing away. And, just it's just amazing that what our minds can do and what our I want to say brain. That's the other thing that I've learned since I've been here, and that's that your brain, I think it's your brain, it's trying to help you. So anything that it can do to keep you from being uncomfortable or keep you from being afraid or whatever, it tells you, no, 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 you don't want to do that because that's gonna, cause you to be afraid. And it's, in your subconscious. And so it's constantly pushing it out there. And you don't know this if you don't know it. You just don't know it if you don't know it. And that probably sounds crazy, but it's true. What you don't know, you don't know. And it's important for us to try and learn and figure it out. So, and then I've got one more tip. which I basically already talked about, positive and negative. Um, it's important for me, and I started this, I know I was in my early 20s, and I started to want to be a better person. It's just the way, I don't know if it's the way my thoughts were coming in at the time, and some things that I probably could have done better, and I just wish that I could have, and then I had to let that go because then I would think of me as a not so good person. And you can only do what you know to do. And you do better when you learn more, and you become better by learning better and growing and taking action and those types of things. So any of these 70,000 thoughts that I have, I I'm more aware so that I can take captive those thoughts and use those, use whatever I have here in my head, and to turn it positive, to pivot, to make the thoughts something that I would be proud of, and something that helped me to move forward. um some things we can't do anything about. But so we can't do anything about the whole totality of 70,000 thoughts, but we can do something about the few that we can be aware of, take captive of, change them from a negative to a positive, and continue to keep moving and growing and trying to make ourselves the best person that we can be. And that's really important to me. That's what I want to do. And I'm hoping that that's what most people want to do. You know, I think that's really important. So basically, that is it. And if you want to, DM me, want to go deeper with this, we can do that. But like I said, I'm going to put a some information in the video when it's downloaded in the comment section, so that you can check out this information and see if it's helpful to you. And you can just take advantage of it. It's a freebie. So, all right. Well, I'm going to go on and get off here, and I'm glad to see you, and always glad to see you here. So take care wherever you are in the world. Have the best day that you can have. Talk soon. Bye now. Oh, I forgot. We have Clubhouse today at 4:30 Central Time. Yeah. So please come and watch. Just look it up in your Google or something to find out what time it is for you. It's a great thing. It's something where we talk and answer questions, and bring up information and help to serve and those people that come and listen. So, all right, bye now.